Once again, it's Monday night. It's 8 o'clock. You know what time it is. That's right. It's time to start your week off right here on Nerd Nation on Play4Keeps the show. Mickey, play the intro.
You got it.
I love the fact that in that new intro, like Juan is totally mean mugging there.
Exactly.
What a mean.
It was a good face. I was like, I got it.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing this evening? My name's Off the Cuff Tom, Nerd Nish's pop culture connoisseur, and with me, as always, the incomparable, the incredible, the indisposable Mickey C.W.K. Smith.
That's a lot of superlatives. So, but thank you.
Well, because you're in the house.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Man, it's been a week, and we're ready to.
It has been a week. It's like we do this every week.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so very much for joining us this week. We did have, now between Mickey, myself, and the rest of the team, we did have a kind of little schedule going so far for this month of what we plan on doing. But Mickey, being the wonderful guy that he is, came up that because we're in the holiday season, we figured we were going to talk about something a little bit different. That being said, we're talking about toy charities. And what a wonderful, perfect idea to do it, especially at this time of year. So that way you can share everything that's going out with everyone, just get in the holiday festive season. So have you done any Christmas shopping yet, Mickey?
I have done a little bit for the kids. I usually take care of them first before I head on to the adults because I'm good at the kids because I'm a big kid.
You have that same mindset. Yeah.
I know what they want. I get it. And the adults are a little bit harder. So I get that one out of the way quick.
Yeah. Let's see. When it comes to my nieces and nephews, the niece up here, she is kind of being taken care of. This is that weird age for her. So it's like, do we still get her little girl toys? Do we start getting tweens? Do we start getting teens? That's a very difficult thing.
Yeah.
As far as now, the older two Neff dudes are now technically Neff men. So they're easy to take care of. Here's some money. Shut up. Go away.
Yeah.
So the now oldest Neff dude, his is already taken care of. And if he watched this, I could tell him exactly where his gift is. But it's at my mom's house because I know he's never going to watch this. Hi, Sam. The youngest one is the baby he's set, man. Like that kid is the easiest to get for.
That's good.
So, yeah. And then what we do as far as the adults is we actually have like a little round robin thing, or we toss the hat around or the cup or the mug. So you get one person. That's it. You get one person. You get X amount of dollars each year. That's what we agree on, and that's what you do.
Yeah.
So you get for that person, and they get for somebody else, and that's the other thing. They don't get for you specifically. So
right.
Like I have my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law has, I think, my wife, so on and so forth.
Yeah, we usually draw names, or one part of my family used to play Dirty Santa, but that got ugly. We had to quit.
Is that the one where you have the big thing and then you can either steal it or take it?
Yeah. It totally went the Office Space route. I don't know if you ever saw it. We were like, no more.
We still do that, believe it or not, for the annual Christmas party. But mind you, it's like 30 people. So, but we all play nice. And we're all good about it. The key thing is that if you're maxed out at $20, you buy a $10 gift from Dollar General and you put a $10 thing of scratchers on it. In our family, they're gone.
Yeah, I like that.
That's where the ugliness comes out.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Either way. So, yeah, toy charities and whatnot. But before we get talking about toy charities, we obviously have to talk about what's happened this past week in toy news.
This just in. Breaking. We've got some exciting toy news, don't we?
We do have some exciting toy news. For those of you who know me personally, I might have been spoiling this evening's toy news.
Mm.
This is a very different flip flop for us. Usually, when it comes to the show, Mickey will do the news, will set up the whole thing for the news, and I tend to take care of the brunt of the footwork for the topic at hand. This week we flipped it up because again, this is Mickey's call, and I'm like, I'm down for it. So this is Tom's Toys news. So
Uh,
starting off, we've got Hasbro just recently did just this past week their Marvel Legends live stream. Now, obviously, Mickey and I, we have probably a good bit of our office stash studio spaces covered in figures from Hasbro. Now,
yes.
I have not, honest to goodness, I can say with certainty, I have only one Hasbro Legend in my office.
Whoa. That's
Do you want to
impressive.
guess who it is?
A Marvel Legend?
It is. I only
Uh,
have one
yeah,
Marvel
yeah.
Legend in my office, and
Uh,
it's from the most recent Spider movie.
oh, really? I'm gonna take Spider-Punk.
You are absolutely correct, sir.
Yes.
And it's not the purpled out one. It's the
It's the
original.
first wave,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
it's the
yeah, yeah.
first wave Hobie. Yep.
I've
So
got him back there somewhere.
yep, and he's the only one I have because the only one I wanted. Now, considering the fact that this whole Spider-Man retro card line is really going off,
Yeah.
when I finally get more shelf space, I think I am going to start my own Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But
It's
they did
addictive, though.
announce one figure in this line, which I'm absolutely going to get for personal reasons. Which let's get into it.
Yeah.
So we have this
Dude.
great new Spider-Man line. It's still on the retro backer cards. So we've got the Chameleon, we've got Spider-Man Unlimited. The one I personally want is Flash Thompson as Agent Venom
Okay.
because he's one of the few characters that I know in the Spider-Verse that was based out of my hometown for the longest time. He was based out of Philadelphia.
Nice.
Yep. We got Kane, Francine Fry. We even have our buddy Padawan Jay's favorite new character, Spider Boy.
Yeah.
Josh
When I
hates it.
saw when I saw this wave, though, I was like, Spider Boy's a cool looking figure. I think I might have to pick him up. But
Yeah, with the two different heads. Yeah.
the one I really want is going to surprise everyone. It's Kane. I know everyone hates the clone saga, or whatever you want to call it,
Yep.
but Kane's an iconic character in Spider-Man to me because that's like some of my earliest memories of reading Spider-Man comics.
I will absolutely agree. Now, every single one of these characters come with effects and such and such. Chameleon, I got to give them credit because you can't see it really well in this picture. I might have put it up in the rest of the slides here, but he comes with a ripped off mask
Yeah,
from J.
that's
Jonah
pretty cool.
Jameson. So
Yeah,
the fact that they took the time to be able to tool and mold this piece as an accessory, as a flat piece, and still have the wrinkles and everything, I got to give him credit.
yeah.
Out of this wave, I am disappointed in one figure on that screen. Can you guess who?
Lady Electro.
No, I like Francine Fry. I
Yeah.
think they did it well. It's actually Spider-Man Unlimited in
Okay.
between Chameleon and Agent Venom. I think this was a very big missed opportunity. I don't think anybody really, for those of us who are old enough to remember the Ultimate Spider-Man Unlimited series that came out back in '97, I believe it was, right
Mhm.
off the heels of the original Christopher Barnes as Spider-Man on Fox, theme song by what's his name from Aerosmith.
I know it's yeah. I
Yep.
can't think of his name either.
This figure would have done better with a cell shaded paint applique,
Okay.
because could you really tell at any point what color the suit was? No, you always saw
Uh-huh.
was a dark black or navy with then the reflections, very much like you would see with Venom back in the
Yeah.
original Spider-Man series. So I think that if they would have went with the cell shading, very akin to the one and only ever cell shaded Pink Ranger that was a peg warmer, that's where you probably would have been set with that. So we want to know first and foremost down in the chat, what spider are you excited about? I mean, I'm just down for all of them.
These
But
are all good figures. Yeah, this is a good wave, honestly. It's just not characters that I'm interested in, for the most part, that I'm interested in picking up.
yeah, oh no, I completely get it. And don't forget, at this point, Agent Venom is also is a vet as well. So that's another
That's true.
reason to like him.
That's true.
All right. So coming out of the spiders, we go into We've got all new X-Men figures. Like
This is my area. Let's go.
we have Acolyte, Age of Apocalypse Gambit, X-Force Nightcrawler, which, my God, if you go on the Hasbro Pulse's website or Hasbro anywhere to see some of these great figures that they did with the photography, somebody was able to get a great shot of just Nightcrawler just
Yeah.
like this going up. Like that should be someone's home screen for the longest time. It's stunning. But yeah, Husk. Who the hell wanted Husk?
Nobody, but I'm gonna get it.
That figure looks great. You can catch her back there behind the
Yeah, you
optic
can't. Yeah,
blast, literally ripping her face off.
it's awesome.
Again, back to the tooling and the molding. It comes down to how well they make these figures. Over on the other side, the black one, you got the extreme Wolverine. You got X Factor Cyclops, Marrow.
Which is
Hello,
yes, I
like
like that one.
seriously. Best part is, if you take some of your figures, like you know, it would be fun to do is take your Crimson Hawk. Here we go. This is Tom being the Power Ranger guy. You ready?
All right.
Crimson Hawk Ryu from the Street Fighter Cross Lightning Collection
Okay.
Power Ranger line.
Yeah.
You can put him up against Marrow and do Marvel versus Capcom 3.
Yeah. Deep dive there.
Thank you very much. This is why I'm here.
Oh.
And then the Build-A-Figure is a character I'm not necessarily familiar with, but Nemesis, wow.
It just looks cool.
It just looks so freaking cool.
Yeah.
They also said that there were going to be 3 exclusives to come out in this line. We're going to have Savage Land Charles Xavier. So he's walking. So, but that's going to be Target, and that's going to be in 2025. Does come with a Sabertooth Tiger as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like, oh, well, Charles Xavier, they expect all this plastic for a chair. Let's give him a tiger. At Walmart, we're going to get Spider-Man 1977 from the American TV series.
It looks
because
so
we've
good.
already had Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Pronounce it that way, Spider-Man. And then, oddly enough, and I think a little bit late to the party, is Lizard from No Way Home is going to be an Amazon exclusive, which is available now online.
Yeah. I don't know what took so long for that one. He's like the last of that like movie verse to make, I think.
Could it? Well, it could have been a few things. It could have been use of likeness. It could have been, you know, having to design the figure. But yeah, I think it's a little too late for that one. Oddly enough, this whole week's toy news is all from Hasbro because, as our friend Dan Larson always says, till all are one.
Yeah. Nice.
Because let's be honest, Hasbro owns everything.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You're only getting one of 2 different companies most of the time.
Oh, I'm sorry. That
or
one.
3.
No. Sorry. That's my. I sorry. I didn't mean to throw that one in there. Oops. So up next today, they announced, and I had to throw this in. There's a whole new Age of the Primes coming out from Hasbro. This is going to be their new line they're coming up with off of the Legacy United line. This is going to follow a lot of interesting characters. Now, the Legacy United line brought out a lot of characters out of the woodwork. There's been some new ones that have been announced for this new line as well. One of them, believe it or not, is a retool / repaint, and it's only slightly retooled of Transformers Animated Waspinator. So if anybody remembers that fantastic episode.
Yeah.
But with this new line, what we're getting is they're going to do all 13 primes. And they will be in Voyager, Leader, and I cannot remember what the next class is, but they are going to go through all the different lines. We're going to get Solus Prime. She is coming with obviously the Forge, the hammer. That's going to be a fantastic. That is going to be the Voyager line. I know that. Then also we're getting Primus or Prima Prime. We'll also be coming with the Star Saber, and we'll have the Matrix of Leadership, the original Prime. And then as in the leader class, we are going to get Megatronus, the strongest of them all.
Megatronus.
The Fallen, in fact.
Yes.
So, yeah. I can't wait to see how they do this. Now, I love the idea of when they brought in the concept of the primes originally in the Align continuity a little over a decade ago.
Yeah.
and how they really stuck with it. They've done it in the comics and IDW and so on. So to get physical representations, I'm down for it. I probably will go out and buy most of this line as long as it's at a decent price point. These
Yeah.
are going to be fully transformable figures. These are not going to be like the Transformers Red series, which I still rave about, and I hope they go back to it.
Dude,
I
I love
like
them. Yes, same here.
the Red series.
I was collecting them, and I'm like, man, I want more.
Yeah, all I'm missing right now for my collection is, the Align continuity, Megatron and Optimus for the figures I wanted.
Yeah.
You know, I just saw the Galvatron and the really silly one Megatron that's all gridded out on the side.
Oh yeah,
Anyway, so there's all the primes. We're going to learn everything about the 13 primes, and some of them are real interesting as far as some of them are. This is the prime of the combiners. This is the prime of the animal types. This is the prime of the cars. This is the prime. Like, they each have a very specific reason why they are. If you take a look on top of them, they also have these little symbols. These symbols will also come in and tied in as artifacts for each figure.
Sounds like a future episode, perhaps.
I think we could possibly do that. I think, maybe we need to reach out to Hasbro, get some figures in here.
Talk about the primes a little bit.
They'll all are one in somebody's collection. Now, staying on that Transformers tip, all right. Mickey, what do you got this week for the toy news?
Do you guys want to see the video of it?
I don't care. We're gonna play with video. I mean, we can't hear nothing, but
yeah, we'll talk over it.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Let's talk over it.
So, a new Transformers collaboration announced 3 days ago, I think, with Sonic the Hedgehog. Obviously, we've got the car from Sonic Racing. We've got Tornado, the biplane. And yeah, they're just, so the Tornado transforms into what looks like Tails, and the Sonic racing car turns into what looks like Sonic the Hedgehog with their cool little weapons that look like parts of the game. Yeah. Roll out. 2025.
This is done in the Transformers collaborative line. A lot of people might know I'm a big fan of this.
Yeah.
This line. I have several of the figures already. Get back up to our thing here. That's okay.
Sorry.
Hey, this is how we learn, man. All right. So the characters' names are I'm sorry, I barely see it because the thing.
Yeah, because of the.
Here, we'll go to the next one. So we have Wingtail and the Blue Booster. Now look, I'm a big fan of the collaborative line. I think this is really smart, especially to announce it right now with Sonic 3 coming out. I love the vehicle form. I can't complain about the vehicle forms. Not at all. I think they're smart. I like how the fact that Wingtail has his blaster, works as an undermounted cannon, or an undermounted rocket. I don't like that Blue Booster has this ring shield and the item getting thing from in the game that are completely separate. I like when Transformers are smart enough to integrate storage on the figures.
Yeah.
I have half of one of the Jurassic Park lines that they did. So it was Spitter and the Jeep, the JP35. And the Barbasol can, the famous Barbasol can, actually fits underneath in the car like the muffler.
That's awesome. That's a good idea.
So it's all together.
Yeah,
Even there's a hard hat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I go, what else do you want to talk about this? Your feelings on this whole line here?
Me? I mean, kind of a lot of the same things you said. I have a feeling you may have, like, the one problem I have may be the same as yours, which is they look too much like the characters as opposed to just, their own Transformers. But yeah, I love the color. I like the weapons, actually. They're pretty cool. And anytime I can get a version of the Tornado, I'm down. Go. Rip it apart.
Let's put up the disclaimer here.
The tantrum will begin. Dun, dun,
All right.
dun.
This is Party Wallop, okay? This still looks like the Party Wagon, not the character. Yes, vaguely looks like the character, but
Right.
not an exact match. Does this look like Doc Brown? Does this
No.
look like Marty freaking McFly?
No.
Okay. Does this look like a DeLorean?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Does this look like the freaking Hoff?
Maybe. No, it doesn't.
I will whap you all the way to Germany.
Uh,
Okay. Look, I am down for the Transformers collaborative line. I think it's a great idea. I think it brings in different IPs, but this sucks. This one absolutely sucks. I'm appalled by this. I mean, look at this. You have literally given me figures with boopable noses. Where in the effing history of Transformers do you get boopable noses in Transformers? I would have been fine if you could have done this whole thing, right? But give me more Cybertronian heads. Take away all the Sonic colors. Take away the yellow. Take away the gloves. What freaking Transformer wears gloves?
I don't know.
I'm just saying. Like,
you're right. I'm not. No, you're right.
What Transformer wears gloves? I like the name of Wing, whatever the hell, and Blue Booster. Cool. But in their robot form, they need to look more like robots. This is why this Star Wars Transformer things did not work well back when. Yeah. This is why the Mando crossover for the NX1 I am not getting, because it looks way too much more like Mando and not a Transformer. And it looks like a really bad Mando.
True.
So this, I'm sorry, Hasbro, as much as we just sang your praises over there, nope. So having that said, thank you for coming to my tantrum.
Well said. No lies.
Boopable freaking noses.
No lies detected. But I still will buy them, and that's your money. They'll never learn a lesson.
I'm just saying, like, there was a lot of ways they could have done it.
Right.
I really would have preferred to have something that looked more mechanical, more like a Transformer. If you were, if you're going to go that hard as far as, doing that, I think you really had to make the conscious decision to say, screw it. We know we're going to get the money out of. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, because it's Sonic the Hedgehog, they can get away with it. I think that's that's the only way, because they have such a huge loyal fan base, and so they do. So they're going to sell regardless.
Yeah, and I'm not taking it away from anybody. If that's what you like, that's what you like.
Right.
But as soon as Mickey sent this to me last week, I was livid, and I knew we were going to talk about this, so it is stewed for a few days. Okay, like it's stewed like a chili dog in my stomach. That's a Sonic reference. All right, and scene.
There you go. Relax. Woosa. Namaste.
Namaste.
Observe the chi repulse the monkey.
All
right. Well, let's move on.
Let's move on. We're talking about. Did you get any pickups this week?
Yes, I did. I'll bring that up, but we can still show them off. Sorry, just a moment.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't even think about grabbing mine. I'm just going to point that it's up there.
I actually got these in today. I bought them like last week, but they didn't come in today. I got the Secret Empire cap. Hydra cap. Yeah. Pretty cool. Cool figure. I like collecting caps, so I had to get that one. And then, honestly, I didn't want this figure, but it was marked down to $10 on Walmart.com.
So it became, it's one of those. I'll use it.
And it's X-Men, which is important to me, but it was the Warlord, Professor X.
Okay.
Yeah. He's pretty cool. And I've been collecting the blue and gold suit X-Men. He kind of goes with that. So I was like, yeah, we can finish off the wave like that.
Nice. All I got this week, just because I don't want anybody to see my butt, up on my video game Star Wars shelf, because I have a specific shelf dedicated to video game characters. So I have both Revans, all of Republic Commando, and I was at my local comic book shop, and they had in the cabinets Jedi Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause the first one was Fallen Order,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah.
one Jedi Survivor. So I got Jedi Survivor Cal Kestis.
Cool.
Not so much. I don't like the dirty. I got it because it was a decent price.
Yeah.
BD1 does come in a different shade, so it's like he's gotten kind of either weathered a little bit. But I gave my wife carte blanche to get some paint markers and go to town and customize them.
Heck yeah.
But the lightsaber is just a fixed version of Jara Tapal's. Like it finally has the right butt and everything on it on the
Yeah.
pommel. So I actually went online and I purchased a 3D printed double bladed lightsaber because that's an option that you get now in the game.
Right, right.
And because you can change your lightsaber colors, I did get also a different lightsaber color to go with it as well.
What
I'm
color?
also working on doing my customized Darth Maul, which might be, you could see it up here, maybe.
Maybe.
I have a Gaming Greats version of Darth Maul from Battlefront, which surprisingly is the closest one that you're going to get to Star Wars Rebels when he finally fights Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So all I need is an Emperor Palpatine robe.
Mm.
So I also got a 3D printed version of his cane saber as well.
Nice. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So that'll be coming out. Now the whole Etsy store that I bought off of, it absolutely wonderful. And then I found a whole other thing that even though as much as I'm putting my Rangers away, there's still little tiny nitpicky things that I need. So that's $100 worth of sitting in my Etsy store, but that's also coming pre-painted as well. So I don't have to do that.
That's good. And that is worth the money usually. There's some pretty good people out there when it comes to painting.
Yep, there really are. But let us paint the town red and green and talk about the toy charities of 2024.
What a beautiful segue. So we're just going to highlight a few, 3 of them actually, that I thought were, one being super obvious, Toys for Tots, we'll start off with. Their mission is to collect new unwrapped toys and distribute those toys to less fortunate children at Christmas. I feel like everyone knows Toys for Tots. You may see, I haven't seen as many like bins like in Walmarts and stuff like that. I do still see them occasionally in like local businesses, but I don't know why they not as much in like the big corporations anymore per se. But Toys for Tots began in 1947. Marine Corps Reserve Major Bill Hendricks' wife was making these handcrafted dolls, and she just wanted to give them away for Christmas because she didn't really know how to sell them, I don't think. So Bill went to find an agency or an organization that he could donate them to, and he couldn't. Right? There was no such thing. So when he came back and told his wife, I ain't got nothing for you, she said, well, you start one.
And like all good wives do, behind all good men is a better wife.
Exactly. When I read that I was like, okay, I see. So Major Hendricks of the Marines and his reserve unit in Los Angeles collected and distributed 5,000 toys in 1947. And it was so successful that the Marine Corps Reserves commanded an implementation of this campaign like nationwide in the next year. So they did pretty good. And it started to grow pretty fast. So fast because Bill Hendricks actually worked for Warner Brothers, which I didn't know. So he knew a lot of celebrities, a lot of very powerful people who could help get the word out. And
like Uncle Walt.
Like Walt Disney, who designed the logo or helped. I don't know if he personally did it, but the company helped design the logo we know today with the trains and all that. So that's a Walt Disney company production, I guess. But that was actually a personal favor to Bill from Walt Disney. Like, I don't know what he owed him, but they must have been really close. So I had no idea Toys for Tots started. I knew it started with the Marines, but I had no idea it went like from Hollywood too. Like I didn't know he was involved with Warner Brothers. I didn't know Walt Disney was involved with it. So that was all pretty cool to find out in my little research there.
Yeah, I remember as a kid we would always do something, give the Toys for Tots and so on and so forth. But you are right. I have noticed probably the last decade, even with that, a lot of companies have distanced themselves. Now I don't know if there was any turmoil or whatnot that had gone down.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything that told me like, why basically. So I'm not
Like
sure.
I've seen like some Walmarts or some of the other stores like do angel trees and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but and not have the Toys for Tots. So I don't know if anybody out there is a conspiracy theorist. Let us know what you think it might be within reason.
Yeah, within reason. Up until 1979, the Marine Reservist volunteers would collect and refurbish toys, so you could
Oh,
donate used toys. But in 1980, only new toys were accepted because the reservists could no longer dedicate drill hours to refurbishing toys, and there were legal concerns with like toy recalls and stuff like that. This was the age of like going to plastic, probably. Like it was
jarts,
becoming really. Yeah.
jarts, ladies and gentlemen,
Uh,
jarts.
uh,
If you really
1990
want a bunch of jar heads with jarts,
exactly.
they're crayon
1991.
colors too.
Yeah, yeah. 1991, the Secretary of Defense authorized the like official creation and affiliation with the Marine Corps. Right, it became like almost like
Synonymous.
a government project. Right. In
And that could be
95,
another reason why a lot of companies might have pulled away from it.
it could be, but I mean, I remember at least up to the 2000s, I saw they were pretty big in like big box stores, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like big corporate stores, but not so much anymore. Yeah, 95 is when they approved it for an official mission. And then in 2000 up until 2016, they have collected and distributed more than 512 million toys. That was the earliest data I had. I don't have anything up to now.
Hmm.
2016 was their last official count, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I think that also goes to say, like I've said, it's been about a decade since I've really seen a big push for these guys.
Yeah, I know that there was some kind of controversy with some embezzling or something around that time. So it may have like pulled back a little bit, but they cleared that up and they actually got like new leadership and they had to reformat because, their budget obviously is going to keep getting lower and lower when you work in government and you're trying to do something nice.
Yeah.
So they had to refigure. I'm sure they had to pull back a lot of funds and man hours, and they depend a lot on volunteers. So
Oh
that's how that
yeah.
kinda goes now. Yeah. But that's kind of Toys for Tots. That's the most obvious one. Uh, yeah. Donate toys to Toys for Tots. Marine Corps distributes them. Volunteers distribute them. They go to a warehouse and they like pick through kids' names and yeah, there
Now,
you go.
if I can jump in on this,
Go ahead.
before we talk about the fantastic toy bank,
Yeah.
one other thing that I can also say to a lot of folks that in your local area, if you might not have a large big box store or whatnot, please reach out to your American Legion. A lot of the legions, I can say from myself, being a former post commander, we do the Angel Tree program, or in larger ones, might take over two families. I know my particular post, we usually sponsor one complete family, and what we'll do is we will pretty much take care of everything for Christmas. Not only just the toys, but the family, the dinner, the tree, the whole nine.
That's
So if
awesome.
you are looking for something, make sure to reach out to your local fraternities or sororities or other types of affiliations in your area. They are definitely out there to do great work. And you don't have to be a member, just be a kind person.
Right. I was gonna say, there's probably a lot more like local stuff now too.
Hmm.
I would check with my community first. There's toy drives. There's other stuff like you're saying where they take care of food and clothing and all kinds of stuff.
I mean,
It's always
in my town, we have a moose and elks, a legion, so and a VFW. Like you literally can spit and hit the next one down the block.
yeah, we have a huge toy drive here in town that's kind of done by our local government. So
Hmm.
there's always something. There's an organization or somebody out there looking to help out. Man, okay. Sorry, I was trying to type something. So the Toy Bank is a toy foundation program. Their mission is to be the uniting force for the collective philanthropy of the toy industry for the benefit of all children in need. So obviously, the Toy Bank is a subsidiary of the Toy Foundation program, and they do a lot more than toys too. They also do a lot with clothing and just volunteer work, servicing, helping out in children's hospitals and stuff like that, which is always a good thing. Um, let's see, I've got some information here on them as well. Yeah, man, I gotta readjust these things because it's hard to read in those little the page numbers up top. Yeah. So they have a network of more than 3,000 qualified nonprofits. They network out NGOs and children's hospitals, as well as establish relationships with international relief organizations and toy associations to make it a one-stop solution. So this is kind of like everything all in one. If you're trying to donate to more than just toys, you just want to help out in any way you can.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And they have a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, I went because they didn't have a ton of like up-to-date information that I was looking for, or history really. They just had a lot of like what they do, which is fine. So I was like, I found their YouTube channel and they had a lot of good, they have up-to-date videos like that they've made recently. You know, they have like discussions like this on like streaming where they're talking about ways to help. And I just thought, hey, if you really care, you know, check out the YouTube channel. They'll have a lot more information up there about the Toy Foundation.
Yep, I'm looking up here right now and see. Like they stay up on stuff. Like we got Shopkins, there's Tonka,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
the PJ Masks. So yeah, the kids aren't getting the stuff off the discount shelf from Ollie's. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Trust me, you'd be surprised how many Hasbro figures end up there, and I finally decided to buy them.
Yeah, it's becoming a thing there now.
That's like there's whole Reddit pages dedicated to it. There's a Star Wars Ollie's Reddit because every once in a while you will look at. I know that what was it? The first week of season 2 of What If, Marvel's What If, I was already finding Captain Carter's.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
At
They've got a whole end cap at mine just stacked with Marvel Legends.
Do you wait, is it the Eternals and Shang-Chi?
Mostly. There's also a lot of Ant-Man and Quantumania and What If and X-Men and Age of Apocalypse. Like I guess those weren't super hot, but
really?
Yeah.
We might
I also got I lucked out and got a pretty sweet the 2-pack of Thor and the Destroyer.
Nice. I saw that one of mine. Like they only had 2 of them.
For like $20. I was like, sweet.
Yep. I know I lucked out and got the Megazords. You can check out my Super 7 Megazord review because you know I'm always going to shamelessly plug.
Yes.
If you look at that, you'll see I believe it's the Lost Galaxy Megazord. They were supposed to be Walmart exclusives. I got them for like $3 each.
That was the smaller ones, right? They don't have a lot.
Yeah, they were the 6-inch ones. They're in the same scale as the Lightning Collection.
Yeah,
and then you know our buddy over on Wrestling Night Live, Rich, his kid loves Rangers as well. Not near to my extent, but Rich went flying over there, bought the whole stack for his kid.
Nice.
Said, oh my god, this is awesome!
Nice.
His kid's like is in his teens, but this is cool, man.
That's awesome. So we'll move on to Second Chance Toys, and this is the one that was the most interesting to me. Their goal is to, again, I can't read because of the stuff up there, but there's a movement dedicated to donating toys to children in need and keeping them out of landfills so that local communities in the U.S. and beyond are participating in our collections. So their big thing is recycling as much as it is donating or giving, right? They're taking old toys, kind of what Toys for Tots stopped doing for legal reasons and other red tape reasons, and they're kind of picking up that torch and moving it forward. So if you have old things to donate, that's really what they're good for. Keeping plastic out of landfills. That's awesome, right? Because
it doesn't degrade. So I mean,
yeah,
it'll outlast all of us.
Yeah, and I know we can't do anything about window boxes, right? That's just is what it is. Okay,
we got them back.
Yeah, we'll try our best to recycle them. That's all we can do.
That's all, or just leave your figures in the box. I'm sorry,
or just leave in the box. Yeah.
That whole time where we were at the windowless boxes, the amount of problems I had with my figures because we couldn't look at them to begin with, like paint problems. I have he was a window figure, but I couldn't pick him up. Everybody in the Power Ranger community knows the major issues that were happening with Dino Fury Green.
Yeah.
Dino Fury Green. Like, I know that one of the managers of that actress, he had to buy 3 of her figure. Really? Because like every single one he got because of being windowless were all screwed up.
Bad paint. Is that
bad paint, bad joints, mismatched legs, double left arms.
Oh my god.
I mean, there literally was a whole thing, like going back to what's his name, the Lunar Wolf Ranger last week.
Yeah.
Who's still sitting here on my desk because he never got put away. Um, yeah, but that's a whole other thing. If we ever talk about
Right. Yeah. I'm worried because I don't open everything, so I still have some of those put away, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna open them, and it's gonna be like, God.
yeah, you're gonna open up your Spider-Man and out goes, "Hi, I'm Cyclops."
Yeah, so recycling toys, super good. Oh, whoops, sorry. That's
No, it's
I
the
mean,
Isle of Misfit Toys.
same, right? Misfit toys,
Yeah,
right? They gotta
we
go
had
to
a double
somebody.
oops this week. We had a double oops this week.
We did.
See, this is
Uh,
what happens when we flip flop.
yeah. We gotta get used to it. That's okay. So, this is a little bit of just timeline that I found. They were founded in 2006 by Sasha, Lipton. She was real big on the recycling aspect of things because there's just so much stuff going in landfills,
Mm-hmm.
toys-wise, plastic in particular. 2007 is kind of, like, established and named. Uh, they start to pick up, like, uh, partnerships and stuff after that, going into 2009. Um, and then up to 2011, they get put together with Kohl's Cares, which is pretty cool. My sister-in-law used to work for Kohl's, and she did a lot of stuff with them, and I thought that was pretty cool. They have some good stuff there. Um, yeah, they partner a lot with professional sports teams and big brands that just kind of try and lead the charge of recycling toys and giving to those less fortunate. I don't know how you feel about it. Like, I think there's nothing wrong with a hand me down. Like, it shouldn't be have come with a stigma, right? Like, of course, you don't want to give anybody anything that's like broken or destroyed, but if it's in good condition, which a lot of times happens, I
Mm-hmm.
know I I got 2 kids who are quickly growing, so they're always phasing out of stuff. What do you do with that stuff? I gotta make sure it goes to somebody. I'm not throwing it away. It's not gonna happen.
No,
I well,
I
first
think it's a great idea, and like you said, just with the speed of what kids go through stuff, go through media, go through toys, go through all this, to find an outlet for it is fantastic. Like I've always wondered, like, what's going to happen to my figures when I go?
yeah, that is a concern. Uh,
It's like, well, you can put them in the box with me, but then they're all gonna. What's going to happen when I go in the big oven? But that's a whole different story.
right. I know that first thing I'll do is I'll go through it and I'll be like, this will probably have either big sentimental worth one day for one of them or
Monetary.
monetary worth. In particular, all of the bluey stuff we have.
Oh,
I'm like,
how?
this
Oh,
stuff is
wrong
gonna
blue.
w-
See,
once
3
these once these kids are 30 and 40, they're gonna want this stuff again.
Mhm.
Just like I did with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and He-Man. Like, I gotta get it back.
Again, as long as they do it right.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, that's something else. I'll take hand me downs from other people. They'd be like, such and such is getting rid of all these toys. I was like, can I look through
Yeah, and
them?
like I said, I mean, I have some pre-owned figures like Cal Kestis #2. Um, I think I have an Ewok. I know I spent a lot of my money. Yeah, you really can't see this stuff. Hold on, let me see if I can
It's
move my
all
camera.
good.
Let me see if I can move my camera.
Okay.
Not that way. That way. So like I have a ton as we scroll through my back of my office
Yeah.
of Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
Um, a few of them have been secondhanded. A lot of them are brand new. Like I know I have. I don't think I can. Hold on. Can I zoom here? Yes, I can
Enhance.
zoom.
Enhance.
So I
Enhance.
have on my droid shelf. And I don't know if you can tell. I've got R2D2,
Mhm.
BB-8, and then the girl BB from Resistance, whose name I cannot remember. Like those were secondhand figures. I had
Yeah.
to get. I'd rather spend money on getting more droids than getting that BB-8 with Ray because my wife didn't want Ray.
Mhm.
But there are a few secondhand figures in my collection, and again, it doesn't take away from my joy. I want to make sure that a figure, excuse me, as I'm flopping around on the internet like a fish. Um, I just want to make sure that they go to a house that they're loved.
Yeah.
Pops, my God, my pop collection. That's when I really luck out. My Funko
Yeah.
Pops, because people
Yeah.
buy them in spur of the moment, and then they're like, I don't know. So I've got several pops that have been that I've gotten from my local shop. My figure arts, I know that there's a few of them I get off of reputable vendors or reputable people in the community because they're well loved. I had a great relationship with somebody. If anybody happens to know who Kamen Rider Forza is, he was one of the first real figures in the SH figure art lines that really had a lot of accessories, and he couldn't sell them. The dude couldn't sell them to save his life.
Really?
And when he found out how big of a fan I was, when I finally got the box, he sent me all of the accessories. Like, dude, I didn't pay you for this. Like, dude, you love this stuff. It's yours now.
Right.
And not like I want to get rid of it here, pawn it off on you. Like, no, you really do like this. It's yours. So that's where I got that from.
Dude, that's always the best way to get stuff, I think. But this is me.
It's just being excellent to everyone.
Exactly. Thank you. So yeah, that wraps up our toy charities episode.
I think that considering that it's the holidays and everything, it's a great idea to go out there and help those who may be in need in whatever way, shape, or form. Whether it's toys, whether it's donations, monetary, food banks or whatnot. That's the big thing that we always need to make sure of, and not just at the holidays, but throughout the year. That's why we really do support everyone as much as we can, because we are the home of pop culture positivity, but we're also the home of just being decent freaking people. it's the truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So as always, we have to just remind you that here at Nerd Initiative, we want to make sure first and foremost that you do subscribe. So you push that subscribe button, let us know what's going on. Make sure, especially you're here on the YouTube channel, because we have exclusive content coming out on here. Because of that, you want to make sure you ding the thing, hit that bell, so that way you can get up to date on everything that we're doing. And then also tap that thumbs up so you can let the GFO Michael know that we're doing our job and we're doing it well. Because we're at Nerd Initiative, we do love our QR codes. So yes, make sure to scan that QR code, check the liner notes, subscribe to everything here at Nerd Initiative. We've got all kinds of great content coming out this week and every week. We've got, again, all on the website through that QR code. We've got Monday nights with us, Tuesday nights it's Tap with Ken. New comic book reviews out on Wednesday. We're doing at least 30 a week now, whether it's written or video versions. Thursday, we've got Wrestling Night Live with Rich and Ken and Nick. Do we still call him New Guy Nick, or is he just Nick?
He's just Nick.
He's just New Guy Nick. Got it. And then, we just have so much stuff going on. We've had so many exclusives. We're going into the new year, and we want to make sure you come along with us. So please make sure, follow along. Christmas is coming. I don't know if we can guarantee that you're going to have everything by Christmas, but make sure you wear your nerd on your sleeve. Go get the merch. We've got some great merch. It's fantastic. I mean, it even makes Mickey look good.
I mean, it's hard to do, but yeah, got some cool water bottles.
Yeah, we got water bottles. We got coffee cups. We got hats. We've got. You think about it. We got it. We might have it. We could make it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
our own action figures, maybe. I don't
know. Dude, I would come with so many accessories because I'm a comic many trades. All right. I'm not even going to say the things I did at work this week. That doesn't sound right. Wait, knowing what you do personally in real life, I don't want to see what your accessory set is.
That'd be kind of cool, though.
From the horror line.
Exactly.
Cell phone, wallet, keys. Sounds.
With blood splatter. No.
Because he was. Me, I'd come with a bow tie or a tie, a mop bucket, and a screwdriver. Figure that out, and I'm not Toxic Avenger.
That would be a good theme for it, though. I would like that.
It's a good one. So what do we got coming up next week, Mickey? What's next week?
Next week, we will be doing our Christmas special, or not our Christmas special, but our bullpen. I forgot what we called it. Anyway, everyone's going to tell us what they want for Christmas or what they love this year.
I thought we were talking about
Is that next week? I got it backwards. Week. I got it backwards then.
He got him backwards.
So
and we are
Sonic,
not.
You're right.
We are going to talk about maybe bringing up those crossover collaborative things.
Yeah.
We might just cut the video for that and just have me rant again.
Yeah. But we're talking Sonic toys in honor of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 coming out later that week.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. I actually just downloaded the Sonic and Shadow Generations. I got it on a Black Friday deal. Really good game.
It is.
I know we don't talk about video games a lot here, so if we want to do a video game episode, let us know. Let us know in the comments below. Get with us on all the social medias. We really want to do that. It's one of those games like I can only play a little bit at a time. It's like, okay, let me do a level or two because visually I just go.
Yeah. That's how I feel about most Sonic games. Like, well, okay, I gotta take a break.
But if anybody's brand new to it, there was a deal where I was able to get the deluxe version for the regular version price, and I got ahead on the DLC because once the movie drops, you can actually get the Shadow from the movie version skin.
Can't wait.
I don't know if Keanu redubbed his stuff for the game, but I don't care. Like,
it is his voice in the game, so whatever. I don't know if they use it from the movie or whatever. But
I think it's an add-on that they're putting in that you have to do it. So I'm interested to see how he's done that. But I really do recommend the game. If you're used to the newer Sonic games, then the speed and pace of these levels are good for you. For an older person like myself, I have to say it. Sonic. I wasn't a Sonic Adventure person, so I'm not used to this. Right behind.
Yeah.
Style.
I played Sonic Forces, so I'm up to date on it. Let's go.
Yep. So I did the demo. I made my character. I shared it on Facebook, and that was it.
But yeah. So next week, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, we'll be boosting right into it like the blue booster.
Exactly. All right.
Did it right. Got you right.
We're gonna write a nasty email to Hasbro.
No, we're not.
No, we love it. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. As always, folks, make sure to be excellent to each other. And Mickey, take us out.
Be kind to yourself. Don't just play for fun.